My beautiful girlfriend Krisha gifted me for Christmas my first 3D printer, the QIDI Q2. Now what I want to find out is what 3D printing today and the out-of-the-box experience is like for a novice such as myself. And I think I know what I want to print. I have a problem which needs a solution designed in CAD 4, but before that can happen, I've got to find somewhere for this to live. Be right back. Alright, so it's the next day and the printer has been unboxed. The unboxing experience was pleasant, it was good. The machine was well packed to ensure no damage during transit, and getting it on the bench took all of 5 minutes. It was a fairly simple process. I attached the screen, plugged it in, and turned the power on. Once the machine roared to life, the screen then took me through a guided setup. This included removing the rest of the packing material inside, including 4 bolts holding down the print bed, some styrofoam, a couple of cable ties, as well as some cardboard. Once the machine was free of its shackles, it then took itself through an automated calibration process. This process took around about 30 minutes, and once it was satisfied that it was A-OK to print, I dived straight into the menu system and connected the printer to Wi-Fi. Alright, so back to the problem that I'm trying to solve. I recently installed some roller blinds that sit just behind the Venetians here. And the issue is that when the roller blinds are closing, it tends to catch on the bolt of the window lock just over here. Actually, I think it's just easier to show you. Let me open Home Assistant real quick and close the blinds. Alright, so you saw what happened, and every time it does that, it bugs me so much. In fact, 10 out of 10 times, every time the blind closes, it will catch on that bolt. So I think this issue is a prime candidate for solving using a 3D printer. I'm thinking the solution is going to be something along the lines of a slide or a ramp that gently guides a blind down and past where the bolt protrusion is so that it doesn't catch anymore. So let's jump into CAD and design something real quick. Let's go. Alright, so we've just hopped into Fusion, and what we're going to do now is design the ramp that will hopefully allow the roller blind to glide past the bolt of the lock itself on the window. As you watch me work here, I think it's going to become pretty obvious that this is not my first time working with CAD. In fact, 22 years ago, I went to university to study mechanical engineering here in Australia. And the software package we used back then was called NX, I believe, by Siemens. Is that even around anymore? The reason why I'm using Fusion today is because I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos on 3D printing lately, and everybody seems to be using Fusion or Onshape. I'm just speedrunning this right now because I have all the dimensions and the sketch on a piece of paper in front of me. So this should be pretty quick and painless. There it is. All right, that looks pretty good. I am quietly confident. Let's get this saved and sent to the printer. All right, here it is, hot off the printer, my very first 3D print, and I couldn't be more excited. It absolutely blows my mind that you can design something in CAD and have it printed within a few minutes to a few hours. Looking at the print itself, the quality and finish is incredible. Parts of it looks like it came out of a factory. If I were being hypercritical, there are definite surface imperfections which runs sort of from this edge all along the entire backside of the print. And when you look at it closely, that line coincides with the top of these two pins. So I assume it's got to do with how I slice the model rather than an issue with the printer itself. And as I continue to learn how to 3D print, I only assume my prints are going to get better and better. But for now, we have something physical in my hand I can use to test fit on the window. Let's go and see if it actually solves my problem. Okay, moment of truth. We're going to pop this into the lock. That was a little bit of a snug fit. I'm just feeling with my fingernails here. There seems to be a 1 or 2 mil overhang on the left side and similar on the right side. So we might be able to shave a couple of millimeters off both sides. But for now, let's go ahead and test the performance of this print and see whether or not it actually solves the issue of the roller blind catching on the bolt that is sitting just behind here. All right, here we go. We're gonna close the blinds. We're gonna see how it performs. Moment of truth, here it goes. Oh, like it's not even there. How good is that? That's gold. 3D printing. Let's talk about it. I know 3D printers are not new, but it is new to me. And the fact that I was able to unbox a 3D printer and have this printed less than 20 minutes later is absolutely mind-blowing to me. This here solved a real-world problem that I actually had. In this video, I really wanted to answer 2 key questions. Who is 3D printing for? And what was my out-of-the-box experience with the QIDI Q2? Within the last day, Krisha has already approached me to design and print something for her. And what I said to her was very simply, I'm going to teach you how to use CAD and you're going to 3D print it yourself. So, do I think 3D printing is for everyone? Absolutely, categorically, yes. 3D printing is for everyone. Whether you're designing something in CAD yourself or downloading somebody else's model off the internet to print, 3D printing today has become so accessible. My experience with the QIDI Q2 has been nothing short of exceptional. It has exceeded my expectations. Every print that's come off it has been of a really high quality. And this is the out-of-the-box experience. No tuning, no calibration, all I'm doing is hitting print. Now I'm sure there's more performance to unlock from the printer once I go through the calibration and fine tuning. But for now, the stock filament profiles in Orca Slicer have done me just fine. My name's David, I just got a 3D printer, and I hope to see you in the next one.